Hello, hi, and welcome to another episode of Monopoly Gun. Man, it's going to be one of those episodes. Another episode of Monopoly Guy 19's MMA Diary. This is the first time you've ever watched one of these, I've got 21 in the can on my YouTube channel, all set out in a nice playlist for you. Go check it out. If you like this video, you'll get the same thing every time. Do the same thing every time. God, I got marbles in my mouth. And yeah. So the agenda for today. We're going over UFC Fight Night 88. I did very poorly on that card, as you will see when we go into live events here. We will then preview 199, pick some fights. I'm going to do better on this card. I can't keep on taking the beatings I've been taking. Go over some news and then give you my fight of the week. Fight of the week. Live events. Oh man, UFC Fight Night 88. Good card. Very good card. And I got almost everything wrong. I think I picked one underdog. And he actually paid off. Otherwise, I think I picked a bunch of favorites. And they all failed. Look at that. I did pick Story. For some reason, I have Saffiedine circled on my notes. Weird. I didn't even earn a regular pack. How sad is that? So, Bryan Caraway versus Aljamain Sterling. I thought Sterling would win in decision. And a lot of people thought Sterling was going to beat Bryan Caraway, but that did not happen at all. Bryan Caraway, after getting dominated in the first, some people said it was a 10-8 for Aljamain, which would have resulted in a draw if that would have been the case, but that's not the case. It was a 10-9, and then Sterling got beat up, laid on. Just he didn't look good at all. One judge, Adelaide Bird, actually thought Aljamain Sterling won the fight, which is bizarre. Yeah, Bryan Caraway looked really good, but that guy's such a dick. I hate that guy. Jessica I got dominated by Ed McMahon. It was a decision victory. A lot of people got that perfect picked right. Like I said, for a women's fight, you almost always pick a decision, unless it's someone like a Ronda Rousey, or like, Joanna Jacek, even though her last fight ended in a decision. You sort of... There are very few women fighters who go out there and finish every single time, Most of them end in decision. Yeah, but McMahon, she did what she had to do. I mean, it wasn't exactly entertaining, but it was dominant. Elder beat Josh Berkman. Wait, I picked Berkman? Oh my goodness. I thought I on my note card here, I have Felder circled. What the hell happened? I have to go back and watch that video. I swear to God, I have Felder circled on my paper here. If that's the case, well, I guess since I picked Story instead of Saffiedine, even though I have Saffiedine circled on my note card, you get the point. Felder looked really good. Berkman's tough as hell. I don't remember much of this fight, actually. I don't remember. Really. What? Yeah, it was a decision for Felder. Berkman's tough as hell. This was another decision. Yeah, Rick Story looked really good. Saffiedine, his knee, the injured knee he had coming into the fight, it was cut open and it looked really nasty, looked really gross. I don't know how much it limited his mobility, but Story looked really good. Story coming back after a long layoff. And then Cody Garbrandt. Wow. Cody Garbrandt. Badass. Almeida wasn't getting anything off. I remember in the last Almeida fight, it took him a while to get started, and he ended up getting the victory, but he looked like he was kind of in trouble. Garbrandt just laid it on thick and fast, and bam, out. That was a badass knockout. Yeah, good for Garbrandt. Some of the other fights on the card that were not highlighted here. Eric Koch, Shane Campbell. Eric Koch looked goddamn good. Like, that dude looked fucking... I totally forgot about him. Like, he was apparently some big-time challenger back in the day. And he got injured, and he came back. I remember watching him fight once before, and he got a victory, but he looked really good. Koch's a name to remember. Abel Trujillo, he beat Rinaldi. Wasn't exactly a very inspiring performance. That's the other fight I got right, besides Camozzi versus Vitor Miranda. Camozzi looked really good in the first 2 rounds, and he sort of coasted in the third. Miranda, I don't know what was going on with him. He looked way off. Masvidal versus Lorenz Larkin, that was the fight of the night I predicted. It was a good fight. Definitely night. That was probably Barao and Stevens. I picked Masvidal, but Larkin got the victory. It was a close fight, but I thought Larkin definitely won. But Masvidal was pissed. Like, this is how many close decisions in a row that he's lost? Man, I hope they don't release Masvidal. He's a really good fighter. Like, he hasn't shown it, apparently, but I believe he can be a really good fighter. He's definitely entertaining. When he lost that fight, Quinta, Ally Quinta got all pissed off because the crowd was booing the decision. I thought Masvidal won that fight. And then Renan Barão versus Jeremy Stephens, one of my favorite fighters. Renan Barão, top 3, top 5 favorite fighter. Just couldn't get it done. Stephens kept on sneaking that uppercut in there. Bam, bam. Barão, he has a chin on him. He's wobbling around. Stayed in the fight, but he lost the decision. God damn it, I felt bad for Barão. Stephens got 100K in bonuses, I think, that fight. Fight of the night and, fight of the night performance? No, just fight of the night. Did he have a performance of the night? Because it was a decision, it wasn't a knockout. I don't know. But that was a good fight. I feel really bad for Renan Barão. I hope he stays at 145. I hope they give him a few cupcake fights. Just get his confidence back on track. He lost 3 of the last 4. Of course, the 2 to... I forget who he beat, if it was Joe Soto or if it was just some scrub, but he looked bad in that fight too. God, I hope Renan Barão comes back. But like I said, that was a very entertaining fight card. But look at this, like, I haven't won, except partially because I don't do like the actual fights. Oh God, that motorcycle in the background. I don't do the actual fights. Like, I used to go ahead and get all the play bonuses and stuff, but I just haven't had it in me. I've just been having really bad nights picking. That was alright, I guess. But then I just guessed on these two because I didn't really know who Caroline Kowalski was or whatever, or Elmos. But we're going to do really good on this card. That's what I'm telling myself. Nice 6 fight predictions here. Okay. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up. I know it's not entertaining to just watch a screen while someone talks, but we'll get to fights eventually. Just chill out. So I'm basically picking the entire main card and a good deal of the FS1, I think all of the FS1 prelims, and then only one UFC Fight Pass prelim. So the featured Fight Pass prelim is Sean Strickland versus Tom Breeze. Both good young fighters. Pretty excited for this. Breeze is going to get the victory here. I'm picking Breeze, but it would not surprise me if it went either way. I think it's going to be a really entertaining fight, though. They're both like 25 and 24. I was looking at that today. Their ages of some of these people, and they're younger than me, which just blows my mind. Like, when did I get old all of a sudden, right? Okay, Cole Miller versus Alex Caceres. Bruce Leroy. I'm picking Bruce Leroy Alex Caceres. I like his hair. I like his nickname. Cole Miller, I feel bad for you. You were going to fight BJ. It was going to be a nice big fight for you. You might get screwed out of fighting in your hometown in Atlanta at 201. That would suck. But I like the Afro kid. Either way, I'd be happy with whoever won that fight. I don't really remember any Cole Miller fights, if I'm being honest. I've been watching since UFC 149, and none of them. At least Alex Caceres, his afro sticks out and his nickname does, so I don't know, I guess I automatically like him more. Jessica Penne versus Jessica Andrade. I'm going to go with Penne there. Close fight. It's going to be a decision. I can almost guarantee you that. Andrade has some finishes on her record, I guess. But Penne coming off that beating by the smart money might be on Andrade because you don't know how Penny's going to bounce back from that. But I'll just go with Penne there. Beneil Dariush versus James Vick. Or no. Yeah, James Vick, right? Tough fight for Vick. He stepped in for someone. God, no, I forgot all this all went. Vick stepped in for someone, and then the opponent withdrew, and then Dariush stepped in for him. So two quick turnaround guys here, and Beneil Dariush lost to Michael Chiesa. James Vick won at UFC 197, I think. Man, I feel bad for Vic. I want him to win so bad. He seems like such a good kid. But I'm going to go with Dariush here. Dariush is badass. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with the sub in the second. We'll go with the sub in the third. Beneil Dariush is badass. Brian Ortega versus Clay Guida. Clay Guida, man, he's badass. Like, he's a crazy person. But I'm gonna go with Ortega here. Man, I'm gonna go with this decision. Clay Guida is really hard to get out. I mean, he's not hard to get out of there. He's been got before, but the dude's such a crazy person that you have a hard time believing that he'd just, submit. Dustin Poirier versus Bobby Green is the fight of the week, or the fight of the night for this card. Both really, really good. Bobby Green's been out for a while with injury. I hate that he's not getting much love from the community because he's a really good fighter, but Dustin Poirier, after that Joe Duffy fight where he just crushed Joe Duffy. Like, I have no clue if Joe Duffy's legit or not, but Poirier put him out. Like, that was big time performance from Poirier. Poirier just signed a new contract extension with the UFC, so is that. Bobby Green's got a big head tattoo. He seems kind of unstable, but I really like Bobby Green. I think this is going to be a really, really good fight. Poirier, KO, TKO, second round. Poirier's badass. Max Holloway versus Ricardo Lamas. I sort of just gave this fight to Holloway right away, and I was talking to my boss about it at work today, and he's like, Lamas was pretty legit. I'm like, yeah, but I can't really think of the last time Lamas looked amazing, I know he beat Diego Sanchez pretty good, right? But I'm not just imagining that. He got crushed by Chad Mendes that one time. Crushed. He lost to Jose Aldo, but so does almost everyone else who isn't named Conor McGregor. I just think Holloway's on such a high tide right now. Like, I think he's going to do it impressively in the first. But I would not be surprised. Oh, God, they don't have... I missed one. Dan Henderson versus Hector Lombard is added to the UFC 189 card after Lyoto Machida pulled out against Henderson on that UFC Fight Night Tampa card that I really wanted to go to that ended up not. Rose Namajunas looked fucking good. But, you know, oh god, what is that? Thought there was a bug crawling on my floor, but I think it's just a piece of cat hair. Everything's okay. Henderson versus Lombard. That's a really, really good fight. I'm really excited for that fight. That might be like my third most anticipated fight behind Poirier and Green and Dominic Cruz versus Uriah Faber. But that's a really good fight. I really want Hendo to win, but I just think Lombard's going to be throwing bombs that Henderson isn't going to be able to respond to. But someone's getting knocked out in that fight. That's like someone's going to get finished. I'd be very, 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 very surprised if that goes to a decision. But I'm going to pick Lombard there. It's Hendo's last fight on his UFC contract. I said to my boss that I think that Hendo's just going to go over to Bellator. He's a Scott Coker guy. He signed up for Strikeforce. He's been all over the place. UFC. Why not just go to Bellator, round out your career, right? I mean, he wants to keep fighting apparently. But yeah, I like Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson's a legend. But I'm gonna go with Lombard. And then Uriah Faber versus Dominic Cruz. Cruz via decision is definitely the safe pick, and the community's got that right. I mean, people always rip on Dominic Cruz. Oh, he's the decisionator. He doesn't finish fights. He's not an entertaining fighter. Dominic Cruz is unbelievable to watch. He looks like Damian Maia in that photograph, though. Like, I'm a big Dominic Cruz guy. I think he should beat him pretty easily. But Uriah's still got that pop. He's still got that power. But I mean, Faber got crushed by Edgar in the Philippines, and then he eked out a decision victory his last fight. It should be pretty easy for Dominic, I think. But I love that rivalry. Those ads are so good. Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping. I really, really, really want to pick Bisping. I want that guy to have a title so bad. I feel bad. 2 weeks notice. God, I feel bad for Bisping. Rockhold yesterday in the press conference is all like, I tore my MCL, man, and I'll still beat you. He's just laying the freaking foundation for, oh, if I lose, it's because I tore my MCL. It's like, dude, just shut up. Don't talk about any of that shit until after the fight. And even after the fight, don't mention that shit. Like last time, he beat Weidman. He's like, man, I got a staph infection in my foot. I've been on antibiotics all week. I was really nervous I wasn't going to be able to perform for this fight. It's like, come on, man. What are you doing? Just shut up and fight. But Rockhold, TKO second. You know what? I'm going to go with the first. I'm just going to do what makes sense. I would love to see Bisping win, though. Alright, 18 and a half minutes of me talking. Let's get into an actual fight. Sorry, guys. But let's be honest here. I'm not good at this game. I just play this game because I like the UFC. I don't play it a lot, even. Like, as I was saying, I don't do the play bonuses anymore, and that's an easy way to get points for your little card collection. But I suck at online play, so... yeah. I've got Overwatch to play, I've got Uncharted 4 to play, I've got that new Doom to play. Played through Ratchet & Clank on the PS3, but I just don't have time for that anymore. I just don't have time to get really good at this game. I'd love to be one of those guys who just gets one game and plays it to death and just knows everything backwards and forwards, but I just don't have that in me.
But few have been as much anticipated as this matchup. Bad blood back and forth. Two of the best fighters ever to compete in the octagon. Only one man will reach the best. As this fight gets underway, it's important to put into perspective the magnitude
magnitude of this competition. This is a huge fight, a huge championship fight with massive implications
Oh,
for the
hello.
entire sport.
Oh, God.
Continuing to land his strikes.
Man, that was a big
Oh, that would have been
This
badass.
could be it right here.
Oh, wow. It was actually a pretty slow news week for UFC. I don't really know what's going on with Bellator anymore. I've sort of...
He passes again into half guard.
sort of stopped paying attention to what's going on in Bellator. I know that
Bisping with a good knee.
Bard is going to be headlining a card for Bellator, which is just sad. It's very sad that Melvin Gillard's headlining one of your cards. Like, I get the fact that you do, you know, Gracie's and Shamrock's and Kimbo's headlining cards and stuff, because those are names, but Melvin Gillard is not a name. He used to be alright. He's just been terrible lately, though. Fuck. There it goes. Punch in the back.
Rockhold, the victor. Wow! What a statement that man just made.
Luke Rockhold is just so big. He needs to be in 205. You know what? It would probably just be smart just to do KO first round for every single prediction, because then you could just get through these fights really quick. Because most of the time you don't get the prediction bonuses right anyways, you know what I mean? Alright, let's go over some news and notes here quick. Just a second while I itch my whatever. You don't need to know what I just itched. Kevin Lee steps in against Jake Matthews at the Tough finale, which is in July 6th, I think. No, July 7th. Because July 8th is 200, right? Whatever. Kevin Lee steps in against Jake Matthews because Stevie Ray withdrew from the fight. Good luck, Kevin Lee. I know Kevin Lee was a big prospect with a lot of hype behind him, but Jake Matthews seems to be legit. Good luck, Kevin Lee. UFC 203, headlined by Alistair Overeem and Stipe Miocic, got a co-headliner. Big Ben Wisconsin's own Ben Rothwell getting a shot at another top-tier opponent even after he got just crushed by JDS. Good for Rothwell. Get the victory, man. I'm rooting for you so hard. God, that'd be awesome. But, yeah, Verdum probably going to beat him pretty good. But if Rothwell beat Verdum and got his name back up there in title contention, I'd be so happy. Oh, that'd be awesome. That's a good one, too. Headliner, co-headliner for heavyweights. Like, that's really good. Also at 203, Cody Garbrandt, fresh off his main event victory, wants to fight Brian Caraway, who also won last Sunday. But Caraway, being the dick that he is all like, it doesn't make sense. He needs one more top 10 victory before I'll fight him. I'm higher up in the rankings. I don't want to go back and fight people. It's like, dude, he was the headliner for this past week's card, and you were the Fight Pass headliner. It's like, just fucking take the fight. Everyone wants to see that fight. You take another O away from a guy, and you become definitely like the person that I think you'd be #1 contender if you beat Garbrandt. Really. I know Dillashaw and Assunção is fighting at 200, and that's probably going to be the #1 contender, but Caraway beats Aljamain and Cody Garbrandt one after another. I think he deserves a title shot. But Caraway's just being a dick and says he doesn't want to do it. Also announced Andrei Arlovski versus Barnett. What's Josh Barnett? Andrei Arlovski versus Josh Barnett, September 3rd in Hamburg, Germany, as the main event. That's good. I like that too. Arlovski's getting a lot of chances here. And then co-main event for that is, I don't know if it's co-main, but it's announced, is Ryan Bader versus Alir Latifi, which is a fun fight. I'm very excited to see if Latifi can get up in the top ranks, because Bader's sort of that gatekeeper at the moment. Another little news, Valentina Shevchenko, who was going to fight Holly Holm in July in Chicago, was involved in a shootout in Peru. Like, she wasn't shooting, she didn't get shot, but she was eating at a restaurant or a convenience store or something, and some Peruvian dudes came in, held that place up, started bashing people's heads in with rifles. Anyone who sort of gave them guff, and her coach got injured pretty good, but she was all right. One of the criminals ended up getting killed in the shootout, so that's pretty traumatic, especially considering that you have to fight in a month. But we'll see if she's fine. I mean, I don't know how I would react to something like that. And men and women are different with how they react to things, so I don't want to tell her how to feel, you know? Fuck.
Very nicely done.
Let's just stand up right away. Oops.
Oh, he missed that kick. Nice leg kick. Nice Superman punch.
Ooh.
That left misses. Solid shot to the body.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ricardo Lamas is pretty badass. What was his name? You know he's from Chicago. I thought he had some Chicago nickname. I forget what it is now, but I like it. Fuck. Wow. I don't know if I'm able to get the knockout. I'm throwing everything I got, just nothing's connecting.
Closing the distance, he's got the clinch, Joe.
Back to over-under.
He's in a better position here with the tie clinch.
Come on. Gotta do it quick. Fuck.
They're working hard here in the clinch.
Well, let's restart it. My last news and note here, sorry for yelling just now, I got pretty excited, is Mackenzie Dern is fighting Kenia Rosas in her debut at Legacy FC on July 22nd, which airs live on Access TV, which means I won't be able to watch it, but Mackenzie Dern. Damn, that's a good-looking, badass woman right there. Like, I hope she comes to UFC. I know that's a big thing to say, just to want to see her fight because she's really hot, but she's really hot, and she's like a badass at jiu-jitsu. I really want to see her fight. But yeah, that's good for her that she's going to be getting into UFC now. I don't know how old she is. I should have looked that up, but she's a very attractive woman.
Ricardo Lamas is a very strong wrestler with some very good stand-up skills as well, and he has a high-level submission game to top it off.
Whenever I think of Ricardo Lamas, I just think of a short dude. And whenever I think of Max Holloway, I think of a tall dude. But these guys appear to be pretty even sized. I know it's a video game and everything, but
He clipped him with that one. Oh, he tapped him again, Mike.
oh, fuck that. You know what? I think of Thomas Almeida. I think of that featherweight that Holloway beat the last time, where he hurt his shoulder, and now I just cannot remember that dude's name. But for whatever reason, he wears those glasses. He's sort of got a long face. I just can't remember his name now. Mackenzie Dern fighting. I want to see that.
Great movement on the ground.
Escape. Gets out of the full mount. Back in the mount. This is crazy.
Guys, I hate the fucking ground game. No, don't get in the half guard. Go over and under, you doofus.
And they're loose.
I think the game's trying to tell me something. If I can't put away a guy in the first, that picking him in the first would probably be a bad decision. Wow. Yeah. That was pretty badass. Kick crumpled him pretty hardcore. Alright, guys. My fight of the week this week for you all. Since Diego Sanchez, his fight's coming up on 200. I'm getting excited for seeing Diego Sanchez again. We're going to do the classic Gilbert Melendez, Diego Sanchez fight at UFC 166, his fight of the week. I have a link for the free video. I don't know if it'll work for you. It worked for me, but it was like on a postage stamp. But check it out on Fight Pass, UFC 166. Very good fight. Very entertaining. Lots of blood, but what a fun fight. And, yeah, that's that. Mackenzie Dern fighting pretty soon here, July 22nd. Be excited. Let's, you know what, you can end the video right there. I'm gonna just open up some packs that I have in my Ultimate Team because I got a message saying I have unopened packs in there, so if you want to stick around for some pack openings, feel free. I'm gonna open them up for y'all. I'm gonna claim my earnings that I don't play this game much, so I get coins. As you can see, my record 3-5, 3-9, pretty shit. But what can you do? Store fighter starter. What? Kickstart your fighter set collection. This pack contains 10 guaranteed. Alright. Yeah, we'll take it, I guess. Whoa, 5-star move. Awesome. What is this? St. Pierre versus Hughes, St. Pierre versus Penn, Silva versus Griffin. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's awesome. Alright, so that's that. Yep, send it to the apply it, sure. Let's do another one, sure, why not? Oh. I watched this guy on Twitch, the C4 Snake. I highly recommend him. He is very entertaining follow. Another 5-star move for lightweights. Everything's lightweight. I own that already, so what do I do with it? I don't get anything? No. Alright. Silva versus Henderson. Pop that in there. St. Pierre versus Penn 2, I already own it. Send them all to the collection. Sell. I guess. Interesting. Can you buy packs like that? No. Featured items. Customize your fighters to these new additions. Buy fight packs or use item scouting for your chance to acquire these new items. That's a fucking cool legend card, that Hennebrow. Item scouting. Look at all these premium packs. I think it's because I'm a EA Access member that I get these, or does everyone just get free premium packs? I don't know. I just noticed that premium packs have gone downhill. Like, most of them is just 3. Women's bantamweight cage knee. I don't think I have this on anything. We'll put that on her. Send them all. Premium pack. Here we go. Premium pack. Nothing. Send them all to pack. Bunch of shit. Boo. That's a pretty good card. Or a pretty good pack. Send them all. Got 5,000 coins, so I mean I could save up, but saving up for that is just a little bit too much. So we will just do a premium pack again. And yeah, here we go. What's this? Prospect. Not bad. Knee bar, half guard top. Sure, I'll throw that on her. Sliding side kick to the body. Alright, there you guys have it. That is MMA Diary 22 with extra pack opening for your entertainment. For your entertainment. Anyways, I'll see you next time where we will recap UFC 199. And I think there's a little break in there between this fight and the Rory McDonald and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fight, so we might have a week off there. Anyways, enjoy the fights, and I'll see you next time.